Today I wanted to talk about drama as a means to an end. So I made that video again, mentioning it again is the Eric Bugenhagen versus Mike Israetel video, and it's getting quite a lot of traction, but also it's getting a lot of contrasting viewpoints. People are in favor of what I said, some people are in the middle, and some people are absolutely against what I've said, and a lot of people also just misinterpreted what I was trying to say. And this was kind of what I was looking for, because I'll tell you after this warm-up. I was coming to honestly incite a emotional response for numerous reasons. Numero uno is someone commented about a week ago that I should start doing sort of reactionary content where I react to things that are happening in the online fitness sphere, right? And in order to get more views, because, drama is oftentimes where the most of the views are, unfortunately. And I was thinking about it loosely for a while, but at the same time, I was apprehensive because I find YouTube drama inherently very feminine and kind of lame. But in saying that, I thought about it some more, and I thought about it in the context of it being a means to an end. So if doing some reactionary content here and there allows more views to my channel, that I'm fine with that. If it means I can allow more people to come across high intensity training or open their eyes to high intensity, then I'm fine with, talking about controversial topics that in my opinion, a little gay in the sense that it's drama. And the comment section, some of the comments are very, so they're very emotional, and it's kind of cringe. I mean, it's fine, it is what it is, but people have their emotional ties to different concepts and people, and they'll overlook the overarching point that I'm trying to make. But also, in that video, I tried to make it as informative as I could, whilst also adding a flair of drama. So a lot of these YouTube fitness people will just react to things and just plain out, just be like, that's stupid, that's wrong, without any rhyme or reason or overarching message, or they're not trying to necessarily spark a conversation. In the Mike Israetel versus Eric Bugenhagen video, it was a critique, but also a conversation starter. And in the comments, more rational, more male commenters were actually cordial, and I could actually discuss this topic with them. Other people were just flat out, emotional, and that's fine. But some people actually, reacted in a neutral way, where they saw my point, but they also had their points, and that's how you learn, and that's how I learn, and that's how they learn. So it was partially that too. I'm trying kind of a new thing where I want to have, albeit a little bit of drama, to get some traction and bring eyes towards high intensity training as a means to an end. But also, I kind of, making that video, I was like, I feel a bit phony, I feel like I'm a drama mongerer. But then in the end, it opened my eyes to a new avenue of starting topics through a little bit of drama. So that's what I was thinking about today, was even if it's just pure fucking drama, like Greg Doucette type of shit, if it means I get more eyes on high intensity, and just from a altruistic perspective, nothing to do with me so much. I'm genuinely passionate about the idea of high intensity being the way of getting fitness to the majority, or the masses. So that's how I see it from a I'm so bad with this word, philosophical standpoint of using drama as a means and getting more views in order to then open the eyes of the masses to high intensity. That's how I see this. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, man. Whew. Whew. So, another thing I wanted to talk about today was shrugs. So, if you have watched me, you'll notice that I start off with these horrendously cheated power shrugs. And there is a reason for this. I then followed it up with very controlled, squeeze, no cheating leverage shrugs. And my rhyme and reasoning behind this is a few things. The shrugs, or the traps rather, demonstrably, they oftentimes grow from a stretch overload because the function of the traps is to stabilize the shoulder girdle. So much like the calves, it can take a very heavy stimulus. Now, and then also there's many studies implying that stretch overload is one of the most important aspects of making a muscle larger. Albeit these are rat studies and bird studies where they stretch out a muscle fiber of a bird, and through weighted stretch, they induce hyperplasia. Now, these are different animals. However, it would stand to reason that human muscle tissues aren't that much different and could potentially get hyperplasia from stretch overload. So it's one that, I do 2 different exercises for the exact same muscle, which I rarely do. I don't do that normally. Normally, say for example, chest, I'll do an incline chest press for the upper fibers, a flat bench for the lower fibers, and then a flies for the stretching component. Whereas these 2 movements do the exact same thing. However, I do this for the stretch, and then I do that in case this is an absolutely useless exercise. If I don't actually truly get anything out of this, then the heavy or the controlled leverage shrugs, if that's what I'm actually getting the gains from, then so be it. But I do both because, again, I'm not willing to just do one, spend 6 months just to find out it didn't actually reap any rewards, and I just wasted 6 months. I'd much rather just play it safe and do both. And I'll never know which one's really reaping me gains. Now, granted, it's a good chance that both of them are reaping me gains. This is giving me potential hyperplasia, a bunch of stretch overload, and just general stimulus, whereas that's giving me time and attention, a great squeeze at the top. So realistically, they're probably working in tandem because it's very much like a incline press where it's more of a strength movement and explosive and not much of a stretch at the bottom, whereas flies are much more about stretching out. So very similar to that, but I like to do numerous exercises to overkill in order to make sure that I'm definitely doing something correctly. One might be absolutely useless, but I don't want to spend the time and energy finding that out on a long run. Rather, this way I can just do them both. And this way I know at least one's working. I don't know which one, but it doesn't matter. Because it's not that hard to just do 2 different exercises. Oh, fuck, quick wrist pause. I might put this down. This thing allows me to kind of rest my head rather than recruiting my lower back to stabilize. I'd much rather run the stack here or run the plates with the drop sets, but because I can't have these weight plates without the strapping holding them together, I can't drop set them because it takes too long to set the straps back up. So I'm just forced to drop set. Or forced rep, or fucking rest pause rather. Oh, I can't, fucking, my head's digging into the metal. Oh, fuck. All right, some Dorian Yates shrugs for the mid and lower traps. Oh, fuck me. Fuck. Oh. Shit. Whenever I do these ones, all I can hear in my head is a Scottish guy saying, "Squeeze!" from fucking Dorian Yates' old Piss and Vinegar videos. His training partner, the big, loud Scottish hype man he had, he'd always say, "Squeeze!" And every time I do this movement, I always squeeze. All right, neck curls. I was watching, someone was telling me about these trend twins the other day. I hadn't really seen them before. I think I've loosely seen them on, just vaguely in thumbnails and stuff, and I wasn't sure who they were. And I was watching their content, and I know they have a lot of haters. I actually like them. I think they're funny. And I also, more than anything, I envy them. I always wish I had a brother. I've only got sisters, which is fine. I love my sisters, but I always wish I had a brother, especially to train with. And as someone that trains high intensity, man, having a training partner in general is very effective for force reps and just having someone to push you, like, Dorian Yates's Scottish fucking training partner. If you watch Blood and Guts, you watch that guy. There's no way Dorian was going to train as hard as he did without that guy. That guy screaming in his ear, telling him to push, telling him to get nasty. Definitely assisted in Dorian's career for sure. And I see the trend twins, and it's the same sort of thing. And they're just having fun between sets and shit. But even just regardless of not having a brother, it'd just be cool to have a guy that also trains high intensity to train with, just push each other and get that intense vibe, that competitive vibe. So say whatever you want about the trend twins. I dig it. I think they're cool, and I envy their brotherhood because that is something I'll never, unfortunately, have. Neck curls. Fuck. I fucked up the towel. Hold on. Actually, that's right. I use a tea towel for these now. This towel's too big. The thing is, man, if you're going to do neck curls and you're going to have something that stops that big, gaping, goatsy hole in your forehead from the weight plate, if you use too big a towel, you'll be waterboarding yourself or fucking smothering yourself with that thing. So you got to use a smaller, there it is. Here we go, yeah. Get something like this, get a tea towel, fold up a t-shirt. Don't get something too big and thick because it will change the leverages and it'll also make it very fucking hard to breathe. Oh, that tea towel doesn't smell so good though. Fuck. Oh man. Oh fuck. You know what though? A lot of the exercises I've been doing that I only do single, it's just one set per body part, like neck extensions or front delts with overhead press or side laterals. These muscles have been the muscles that have been growing the most throughout this bulk. A lot of the muscles where I have the most sets, I've had the least growth. Now, it could be that I'm putting more exercises and emphasis on those muscles because they're already genetically inferior, but it also could be a combination of the fact that I'm simply just doing too many exercises and too much volume and I'm perhaps under-recovered, but the strength wouldn't imply that so much because these said movements have also gotten a hell of a lot stronger. But I don't know, I might be overthinking it, but maybe, for chest or, back or just certain exercises where I'm doing, 3 or 4 exercises versus the one. It could just be a coincidence, but it might also not be, so I don't know. Because my neck has grown tremendously throughout this bulk. I have now got my neck as wide, if not a little bit wider, than my head, which is a tall order because I have quite a wide head and jaw. So yeah, my neck's grown about 2.5 inches for this bulk. Some of that's fat, but not too much, I don't think. I really attribute that just to simply switching to high intensity other than increasing the calories. For years, I would train my neck, really frequently with not the best form. I wasn't doing negatives, slow negatives and stuff. I was using too much arms. I was going too heavy. And my neck grew a bit, but nowhere as much as just simply doing that one set to failure with slow negatives and a drop set with a head weight. So if you're having a hard time growing your neck, try switching to one set to failure with a drop set and a bunch of slow negatives, and that shit will grow. All right, my absolute least favorite movement out of all the exercises I do in my training, I've just ordered a new neck harness that allows me to hopefully do lateral flexion with it, because the current neck harness I do doesn't allow that. It just starts falling off my head. So hopefully when that arrives, this will be far smoother and far easier to do. But as of right now, I fucking hate this exercise. But it, for what it is, it still is reaping gains. It just feels so awkward. I've decided until that head harness gets here to just take this close to failing and then do manual resistance. It's impossible to standardize or progressively overload, but I'm just trying to get a stimulus in that, side of the neck or the sternoclavicular muscle. Or, oh man, I always forget the exact sternoclavicular. No, that's absolutely not it. It's, I can't remember what the name is, but anyway. Fuck, it's slipping off my head, dude. This thing sucks. Oh, God. This bar is so fucking bent. And this pool noodle is not quite cutting it anymore. My knees are really starting to hurt with all this weight. And it's super hard to lift this up because it's fucking heavy as shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. This feels so awkward. But it gets the job done. Oh man, it's lifting the bench forward now. It's that fucking heavy. Fuck. Oh, it starts off so easy and then becomes so brutally hard very quickly. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I think my weight belt's about to slip off. I don't know. It's holding in there. Oh, shit. Is that gonna fly off? Ooh, okay. Hold up. Oopsie daisy. That's a bit of a fail. So good. Okay, it's all stable now. Oh, fuck, man. Oh. Oh, fuck. I was feeling that a lot in the feet today. So, anyway, cool beans. That's it for today. See you guys for more Piss and Vinegar. Bye-bye.